All right, this is going to be my my fourth take to make this video. I have to be very careful what I say in this video, and it's a very sensitive topic, so I just don't want to get punished by YouTube for speaking this. So I'll be very diplomatic and very careful what I say. Okay, it's got to do with YouTube and free speech and free speech censorship. Okay, without giving you anything specific, let me give you a few examples and feel free to comment down below. Have you noticed there are some videos where people generally comment down below, oh, you're afraid, you are deleting my comments. Oh, why the hell are you deleting my comments? Oh, what? Yo, you're chicken, you are censoring my comments. And generally when I see them, if you notice, most of the comments I will put a like and there's a heart shape to acknowledge that I've read your comment. So when people put this, I generally there is a setting on YouTube where you can approve the comments, or at the back end there is an option filtered comments, okay, which may have some objectionable language or links, and manually I can check them out and approve them. And then there is offensive comments. There's a tab below that where after I click, I get all the comments which have used profanity or are explicitly vulgar, for lack of a better term. So then I choose which one I feel is okay and I approve. Like, I don't approve the ones that abuse my daughter or my wife or talk crap about me, which doesn't add any value to the topic or the video that I posted. Like, they're just trying to give bad words or trying to discredit me without even knowing me. Like, I don't know who these people are. Okay. And just to be very transparent, yes, there are comments that I delete where people are just spreading like false or fake information about me without knowing me. It's like saying, oh, I know this guy, he was jailed for rape and all that. What are you talking about, man? He is speaking from your ass. Like, what nonsense is all this? You know more about my life than I know. Like, they're telling me, oh, Loy is bankrupt, I know it. Like, how do you know it? Like, did I show you my bank statements? So some of them are silly, I don't mind it, but then sometimes it can get irritating when you have one guy copy pasting the same comment on 20 different videos, or putting 17 comments back to back to back to back, and all of them are rubbish, nothing related with the video at hand. So yeah, there are comments like that. And then obviously there are these people who create my own profile with the same name, fake, and then they try to act as if it's me who's talking. Hey, this is Loy Machedo, and okay, so I delete those. But then the comments which get deleted or get censored, some of those people are part of my WhatsApp groups. And they sometimes when I chat with some of them, or I say, hey, any one of you has had their comments deleted, one or two get in touch with me privately and they say, yeah, my comment does not appear at all. And then when I ask them, what did you comment? And when they show me, if they are speaking on a certain country, or they're speaking of a certain religion, or they're speaking on a certain issue, and it doesn't go well with the narrative of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, it doesn't help them, because obviously they are trying to get advertisers on board, trying to keep the advertisers happy. So if your advertisers are, let's say, example, if your advertisers are from America, it'll always be pro-America. If your advertisers majority are Hindus, it'll be pro-Hindu, So the content and the comments have to match that. So if your, let's say, advertisers or the people on the board or the owners are, let's say, for instance, are Christians, and these videos are anti-Christian or non-Christian, so by default they will make sure that you either don't exist, or your viewpoints are not heard, or you'll find it very hard to survive and sustain yourself. Do me a favor, just search on YouTube content creators on YouTube, their experience of having created a YouTube channel, and those who created a Rumble, that is the competitor to YouTube, or trying to be a competitor. And they will show you with the back end, with the statistics, that before creating Rumble account, they had subscribers, views, and monthly revenue going up. When they created their Rumble account, okay, because obviously the AI or Chrome browser or whichever, they collect your data, they know that it is you who created the Rumble account because you'll use either the same name, whatever. So after creating the Rumble account, after a few hours or few days, the revenues, the views, and the subscribers which was here started to go down and down and down and down and down. And very soon they find they've lost almost 80 to 90% of the views and subscribers just because you opened up an account with the competitor. Now, you can say these are monopolistic tendencies and this is how business works. You get what I'm trying to say. This is like really unfair, kind of if you look at it. And I don't have to say this, but for a fact, in certain countries in the West, if you support Russia or you support Palestine, you will get slapped with all these names or these titles or these, oh, you're anti-Semitic, oh, you're anti-American, and all of a sudden you are completely, people keep away from you. You're blocked by advertisers or you're deplatformed or nobody wants to associate with you. Even you will lose opportunities of getting sponsored, or even people will refuse to give you work with their company or their brand. And we have seen very many examples of this. In fact, what I've realized is, Twitter, that is X with Elon Musk, when he's operating in India, for example, if anything, anybody who posts anything against the ruling party, that is BJP, or anything, that the powerhouse that is in power, they find it not in line with what they want. If you do not comply, if Twitter or Elon Musk or X does not comply with India, the Indian government or the ruling political party will make their life miserable. They will be subject to raids and FIRs and legal issues. So in order to make sure that, okay, we don't have any trouble, they will comply with the government and they will support what the government wants. And I think that is the same if you actually look at Elon Musk. If he wants to keep the factories in China and ensure that the production costs are down and, he gets the support from the Chinese government, he cannot criticize China. He cannot criticize their political party, because it's very simple. If you want to do business in China and you talk crap about China, you're not going to exist there. In fact, I've seen this many times. Think about Saudi and USA. WWE, for example, the company, they speak on women's rights, they speak on LGBTQ rights, but guess what? They have a partnership with Saudi. Even UFC will say free speech and this and that. And I just want you to search about Bilal Mohammed, who is a Palestinian champion. How it seems that, when he walked to the cage with his flag, it seems someone pulled down his flag and the UFC staff said this is not allowed. So, see, what I'm trying to tell you is, I'm not trying to bitch and moan and groan about these policies. See, they are offering content creators like me a free platform to showcase our talent, share our opinions. So I'm not bitter about it. And thankfully, I'm not very active on the political scene. And I'm not like die hard, okay, I have to support this country or this religion. But then the double standards really get to you. Like, for example, the transgender agenda. If you do not support the transgender agenda, you are called what? You're called transphobic. In fact, I'll tell you this. This I found very silly. When there's a news about, let's say, a crime that is committed in India, it can be very controversial. It can be very graphic. If you read that news exactly the way it is, I get it approved very easily by YouTube. But if, I'll give you the specific one. Anjum Chaudhary, when I spoke about, I just read the news. Of what was stated on BBC World or whatever about Anjum Chaudhary. The very same article that I spoke about India, something controversial, that got approved easily. But Anjum Chaudhary, they said, no, this is a very sensitive topic. This is not advertiser friendly. And when I asked them to review it, it was demonetized. You're okay with me speaking about any Hindu crime or about India and all of that's fine. But Anjum Chaudhary, if I just read the news, same way as I do, but this one is demonetized. I can't seem to understand what is the logic behind it. All I can tell you is, content creators like me have to be grateful that we are being given a platform. And obviously, like they say, don't bite the hand that feeds you. So I guess we have to comply with the rules and expectations. Like when you're working for a company, you can't criticize that very same company. Or you go migrate to another country, you can't complain and moan and bitch about that country, because they'll tell you, then get out. Why are you here? Why are you complaining? Just get out. So in the same way, for me, I'm not complaining, but it is something that kind of irritates you. It's like, come on, man. Like, even if I put a message of peace, I'm serious, not a joke. I put a message of peace, like, let's look at Palestinians as our own brothers, and give a message of peace and say, let's not differentiate. You'd not believe. There's nothing objectionable in that video. That video sometimes doesn't get approved. That video gets not approved in the sense, it gets demonetized. It gets, this is not suitable for all advertisers. I find that very strange, man, sometimes. So anyway, I just wanted to share this with you and just, let you know that there are a lot of things that go behind the scenes which are not perfect. We don't live in a perfect world, and we don't live in a place where everything is fair and square. And yes, I'm very aware that there are a lot of people who use the concept of free speech to do, of freedom to express in a lot of bad ways, negative ways. And yes, sometimes it can be dangerous when they promote violence. But I find, when they use such rules to favor one side versus the other, you really wonder, like, sheesh, it's a good thing that I'm on their good side, because if I was on the other side and they literally censor, what I'm talking about, certain communities, certain countries, and certain people from certain backgrounds, outright deplatform you or censor you or block you or ban you. We have seen this happen during COVID. Scientists from Harvard universities, professors, leading authority figures, they were deplatformed. This happened when the ex-employees of Twitter were summoned by Congress to give testimonies. They said, do you have any background or do you have any credentials in science? They said no. Then why is it that you blocked and banned and deplatformed professors from Harvard universities or leading authority figures? And what is the answer? Oh, we were working very closely with the CIA and FBI, and the government itself censored them. It's such a strange time that we're living in. Anyway, I guess it's part of the game. You got to play by the rules. And I guess, as long as you're part of the system, you follow the system. And if you're not comfortable, like how they tell the immigrants or migrants, if you're bitching, moaning and groaning and complaining, go back where you came from. So I guess we don't have much of a choice here, do we? Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you experienced anything of this sort on social media? And being Facebook jail or Facebook ban, or having your account deleted, and or not allowed to comment, or even shadow ban. Shadow ban means if they search your name, they can't actually find it. This happened to me on Instagram quite some time ago. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Love to hear what you have to say. You guys take care.